Most entrepreneurs fail because they're trying to build a business with the wrong operating system. They've got the technical skills, the business plan, maybe even the funding, but their mindset is still running on safe mode. Here's what separates the entrepreneurs who build six-figure businesses from those who struggle to make a sale. It's not only what they know, it's what they think. Today, I'm sharing 7 brutally honest truths that most people don't want to hear. But if you can embrace these mindset shifts, you'll have an unfair advantage over 95% of your competition. We're talking about the mental foundation that transforms limiting beliefs into unstoppable business confidence. Truth 1, your mindset is your biggest business asset. Every single business decision starts with a thought. Your mindset isn't just important for your business success, it is your business. Think about it. When you encounter a challenge, what's your first reaction? Successful entrepreneurs see challenges as puzzles to solve, not roadblocks that stop them. That difference in thinking creates completely different outcomes. Here's a quick mindset audit you can do right now. What limiting beliefs are running in the background of your mind? Maybe it's I'm not smart enough, or the market's too competitive, or I don't have enough experience. These thoughts aren't just harmless self-talk. They're actively sabotaging your decision-making process. The shift you need to make is simple but powerful. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what can I learn from this situation? I remember when I first started questioning my own self-doubt, I realized I was making business decisions from a place of fear instead of possibility. The moment I shifted that internal dialogue, everything changed. Opportunities I couldn't see before became obvious. Risks that seemed impossible became calculated moves. Your mindset is the lens through which you see every opportunity, every challenge, every potential partnership. Make sure it's crystal clear. Truth 2, failure is data, not a verdict. Most people treat failure like a judge delivering a life sentence. But here's how successful entrepreneurs really think about setbacks. Their market research. Every failure contains valuable information about what works, what doesn't, and what to try next. Scientists don't get discouraged when an experiment produces unexpected results. They analyze the data and adjust their approach. This testing mindset completely transforms how you approach risk. Instead of avoiding potential failure, you start seeking feedback from the market. Instead of taking setbacks personally, you extract the lessons and move forward smarter. Here's a simple 3-question framework to use after any setback. What worked in this situation? What didn't work? Based on that information, what's my next move? I learned this lesson the hard way when a product launch I'd spent months planning completely flopped. My first instinct was to feel defeated and question everything, but when I stepped back and analyzed what happened, I discovered the product was actually solid. The problem was my messaging. I was talking about features when my audience cared about benefits. That failed launch taught me more about effective marketing than any course or book ever could. The next product launch with better messaging was my biggest success to date. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the raw material success is built from. Truth 3, scarcity mindset kills your opportunities. Scarcity thinking sounds like this: the market's too competitive, all the good ideas are already taken. I'm too late to the game. This mindset doesn't just make you feel bad, it literally blinds you to opportunities that are right in front of you. Here's the abundance reframe. Competitors don't prove the market is saturated, they prove there's demand. When you see successful businesses in your space, that's validation, not intimidation. Your expectations completely change what you notice. When you expect scarcity, you see threats everywhere. When you expect abundance, you start recognizing possibilities you missed before. This shift affects everything. In partnerships, you negotiate from confidence instead of desperation. In customer interactions, you focus on value creation instead of just making the sale. In strategic planning, you think about expansion instead of just survival. I once missed out on an incredible partnership opportunity because I was convinced the other person would never want to work with someone at my level. I approached the conversation from scarcity, and guess what? They picked up on that energy immediately. The deal fell through. Later, I realized they were actually looking for exactly what I offered. But my scarcity mindset made me present myself as desperate instead of valuable. The market is abundant. Opportunities are everywhere. Your job is to train your mind to see them. Truth 4, authenticity is your unique selling proposition. Stop trying to be the next version of someone else. The market already has one of them. Your authentic voice isn't just nice to have, it's your competitive advantage. When you operate authentically, you create a category of one. Nobody else can compete with the genuine you. People don't just buy products or services, they buy personality, perspective, and genuine insight. Today's consumers are tired of polished corporate messaging. They want real connections with real people who understand their challenges. This doesn't mean sharing every personal detail or being unprofessional. It means letting your natural personality values, and perspective shine through in how you communicate and serve your audience. So when you try to copy someone else's style or approach, you're always going to be a pale imitation. But when you lean into what makes you unique, you become irreplaceable. I spent years trying to sound like the successful entrepreneurs I admired. My content was technically correct, but completely forgettable. The breakthrough came when I stopped trying to be impressive and started being helpful in my own natural way. That shift didn't just improve my content, it attracted the right audience, the people who resonated with my specific approach and perspective. Those became my most loyal customers and biggest advocates. Your authenticity isn't a weakness to overcome, it's your greatest business asset. Truth 5, consistency outperforms intensity every time. Business success isn't about grinding 80-hour weeks until you burn out. It's about building sustainable systems that compound over time. Here's the mindset shift. Successful entrepreneurs are always thinking about value creation, but they're not always grinding. They understand that momentum builds through consistent daily actions, not sporadic bursts of intensity. Small actions repeated daily create massive results. It's like compound interest for your business. A little bit of progress every day doesn't look impressive in the moment, but over months and years, it becomes unstoppable momentum. Think about wealth-building routines that energize you rather than drain you. Maybe it's spending 30 minutes each morning connecting with potential customers, or dedicating 1 hour daily to improving your core product, or consistently sharing valuable content that builds your reputation. The beautiful thing about consistency is that momentum builds confidence, and confidence attracts opportunities. When people see you showing up reliably, they start to trust you with bigger projects, better partnerships, and more responsibility. The entrepreneurs who try to sprint their way to success usually flame out within a year. The ones who build sustainable rhythms are still growing their businesses a decade later. Truth 6, value creation is the only true currency. Most struggling entrepreneurs ask the wrong question. They ask, how can I make money? And the right question is, how can I create value? This isn't just a nice philosophical idea, it's practical business strategy. When you focus on creating genuine value for people, money becomes a natural byproduct of that value. Start by understanding what keeps your target audience up at night. What problems are they desperately trying to solve? What outcomes would change their lives or businesses? There are 3 evergreen areas where people consistently need help: building wealth, improving health, and strengthening relationships. But within those broad categories, there are thousands of specific problems you could solve. The mindset shift from what can I get to what can I give and changes everything about how you approach your business. Instead of trying to extract money from people, you're genuinely trying to improve their lives. When I first discovered this value-first approach, I stopped worrying about my competition. If you're truly focused on creating maximum value for your specific audience, competition becomes irrelevant. You're not trying to be better than someone else. You're trying to be indispensable to the people you serve. Value creation isn't just about your product or service. It's about every interaction, every piece of content, every conversation. When people consistently receive value from you, they become customers for life. Truth 7, your network determines your net worth. You need to choose your customers as deliberately as they choose you. This isn't about being exclusive or arrogant. It's about strategic alignment. When you use targeted marketing to attract exactly the right customers, everything becomes easier. You're speaking to people who already understand the value of what you offer. You're building a community of people who share your vision and values. This transforms networking from awkward sales pitches into genuine relationship building. Instead of trying to convince everyone to buy from you, you're connecting with people who are already looking for what you provide. Strategic entrepreneurs understand that deep customer relationships are more valuable than broad market reach. When you truly understand your ideal customers, you can serve them at a level your competitors can't match. This creates mutual growth. Your customers succeed because you understand their needs so well. You succeed because you're serving people who value and pay for excellent service. The goal isn't to network with everyone. It's to build meaningful relationships with the right people. Here's what I want you to remember. You already have everything you need to succeed. The strategies exist. The opportunities are there. The only thing standing between you and the business you want is the operating system running in your mind. You don't need more tactics. You don't need more information. You need to upgrade your thinking. Pick one of these 7 truths and implement it this week. Start with whichever one resonated most strongly with you. Maybe it's shifting from scarcity to abundance thinking. Maybe it's treating your next setback as valuable data instead of a verdict. The transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with a single decision to think differently. If this helped you see your business challenges from a new perspective, Subscribe for more content about building both wealth and fulfillment. I share practical strategies for entrepreneurs who want to succeed without sacrificing their values or burning out. This is the first video of a series I will be making, so I'll be sure to notify you when the next video drops. Listen, you have incredible potential. The world needs what you have to offer. Now you have the mindset tools to make it happen. Best of luck.